Yo, people, what's up? I'm a few weeks late on sharing my experiences in the most recent Optimal Being programs, and weeks 3 and 4. Week 3 was about breathing, breath work, and discussing different types of breathing and how we can use breathing to better our lives, to stay calm, to be more creative, to just relax ourselves and make sure we make the right decisions and the decision that's best for us anyways, and what's best for the situation. And we talked about many different ways. Of course, I brought up my experiences with Kundalini breathing because Kundalini is one of my favorite, the breath of fire and bringing up that life force energy. And we talked about open connected breathing, which is just taking the time to breathe in our mouth and out of our mouth. And there's many different ways. When we breathe to let things go, we breathe in our mouth and out our mouth. And when we breathe to kind of control our emotions and kind of settle ourselves down and to get to a meditative state almost, we breathe in our nose and out our mouth. And it's kind of this circular motion. But the open connected breathing is something that we all do from time to time. We just don't realize it when we kind of do when we do like the, if somebody stresses us out or somebody says something weird to us and we just don't like it. So we kind of let that out and we let that sigh of relief. But sometimes people are like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? If we start to do this open and connected breathing when we're not even actually in the stressful situation, when those stressful situations come about, we already know how to breathe. We're already in that calm, collected state. So when we practice it beforehand, when we practice it when we're not in those situations, then we can just do so much in our lives, and we can stay calm, we can keep that blood pressure down, we can stay healthy, we can have better relationships, better communication, and we just feel better about life. So it's an amazing thing. Also, it gives us energy. So we talked about RESPA, and those of you that know me know Extreme Focus. We talked about RESPA, which is our crocodile, and the crocodile can get their heart rate down to 3 to 4 beats per minute, which has helped them not only survive from the times of the dinosaur, but now they're thriving. There's almost 30 species of crocodiles strictly because they can slow down their heart rate and they can survive in so many climates. They can stay calm and collected, and they can attack when they want. So that was week 3. Week 3 was amazing. As you can see, I'm excited. I love talking about breath work and breathing, and we brought up Wim Hof as well. Wim Hof, if you don't know about Wim Hof breathing, Google Wim Hof, WIMHOF. The dude's amazing, and he's beating diseases. He's helping people with anxiety. He's helping people with life, and he's able to sit and survive cold weather and sit in ice baths for 2 hours strictly because of this breathing that he does. And so breath work to me is amazing. I love talking about breathing techniques. And if you want to chat further about breathing techniques, I'd love to. Hit me up. So also week 4 was talking about triggers. So just last week, I know it's Wednesday, and then tomorrow we're going to have week 5, but week 4 was talking about triggers. We all have triggers. Sometimes it's music triggers us. Sometimes a picture triggers us. Sometimes just a comment triggers us. If somebody tells you or asks you, why are you mad, when really you're maybe not mad, you get triggered. So triggers can be good. They can be bad. They can kind of just not really mean anything. They just trigger an emotion inside your body. And we learn about triggers so we can know what the emotions bring up. And that way we can ask ourselves, what is this triggering inside of me? What do I need to actually work on within myself? It has nothing to do with the outside world. We think it's always about, well, this person acts like this. This person is a dick, or this person is a douche, or this person, is a bitch. Whatever it is, you think it's really outside of you, when really it's not. It's inside of us. So somebody may trigger something inside of ourselves, and as long as we know what the trigger is, then we can actually ask the trigger, ask what's happening inside ourselves, and we can figure out, what is it that actually I need to work on in my personal space, inside of me, to further my life, to stay aligned, to stay in that level, that higher up level, to where nothing really bothers us. And we can actually not just stay in this calm level, but we can actually perform in those situations. And that's week 3 and 4. I mean, triggers and breathing, they tie so well in together, because If we can work on our breathing so much, or we can know exactly when we're not breathing, sometimes when we get triggered, we actually just stop breathing. And so that's why we kind of react, and we lose our creativity, and we lose our communication skills, is because we stop breathing. And so when we watch these videos, or we've shown these pictures, or there's a conversation going on within the Optimal Being program, one thing that Rex always does is it reminds it, how is your breathing? Is everybody remembering to breathe? And so ask yourself that. Are you remembering to breathe throughout the whole day? Well, of course you are, because you're alive. But there's times when you find that you're holding your breath, and our brain is not able to work the way it's supposed to if we're not feeding it oxygen. So be aware of your breath. Be aware of the triggers. When you get triggered, ask yourself, why am I being triggered like that? What is it that I need to discover inside of myself that's triggering this feeling, this emotion? Whatever it is, what is it triggering inside of me? Because a lot of it's, most of it, all of it, I can almost say, is that it's not outside of us. It's all inside of us. There's nothing that happens outside of us that we can really control. So we have to learn to control what we can control, and that's really just us, how we react to a trigger, how we react to a situation, controlling our own breath, breathing in times of stress, in times of need, and even breathing in times of joy, because there are triggers that are joyous. And the cool thing about joyous triggers is we can use those to lift ourselves up from those kind of stressful, down, depressing times. And so learn what your triggers are and what they do to you. What do those triggers do to you? How are you using your breath to stay creative, to stay calm, to relieve yourself from stress? Discover it, and keep discovering, keep digging. And I just wanted to share that week 3 and 4 in Optimal Being. Tomorrow, I'll post another video instantly tomorrow. I wasn't able to do it right away after the last couple of weeks, but tomorrow I will have a little bit of time. So I will be able to say how I feel about week 5 of Optimal Being. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. And please share any comments you have about this video. Share this with people. Share this with your friends, your family, with yourself. Replay it and watch and discover what your triggers are. I may have triggered you in this video. So what is the trigger? What is it doing to you? Discover within yourself. And I love you all. So please use these techniques I'm sharing with you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. And like I said, I love you all. God bless every single one of you guys.